Good morning. Here we are in beautiful Gray, Maine, on Gray Corner, downtown Gray, down Village Gray, and we're at the Gray Historical Society with Becky, and she's going to introduce herself and talk a little bit about the project the Historical Society is doing to maintain the cemetery. Becky?
Thank you. Becky Lee. I'm part of the Gray Historical Society, but also the Gray Cemetery Association. So there is kind of an overlap here. For Gray Cemetery Association, one of the ideas was, one of the projects was to start cleaning stones. It hasn't been done in years. Occasionally family members do it, but there's a right and a wrong way to do it. Some of the ways people like to do is to power wash and bleach and other techniques, but it's very hazardous to the stones. So for that reason, I went to a training to learn how to properly do it from the Maine Cemetery Association and their contractors for classes about it. And other people have been to those too, but that was a project, and I kind of took it along with Laurie Biscaglia, who's not here today but has been very actively involved, and Galen and Karen Morrison. We have a group of probably a total of, say, 15 that participate. We meet the second Wednesday of each month, and of course only in good weather. So we're gathering information, and Deb Curry, who's she's really talented about databases and everything, has created a database. So we're trying to monitor which ones we've got to, which ones we plan to get to in the future. So, we gathered the supplies, we meet out here, people join us, and we work 2 hours, 10 to 12, and we've got quite a long list of successful stones we've done. Well, the most important part is that we use a product called D2. It's not harmful to the stones, because with marble, not so much the shiny granite, but especially the marble and other materials, like I said before, other things can cause a lot of damage to the surface of the stone and make them decay and break down and everything. Part of the goal is to teach people how to do it safely and not do any damage, because I know myself, I had bleached my relatives' graves stones, thinking, wow, I'm doing really great on this white stone, bleach, perfect, but who knows what damage could occur and that kind of stuff. There's a long history behind this particular person that passed away, James Whitten, relating to the Civil War. But this stone was just filthy. I don't know if it's because of where it's located or not, but Kim Shelley thoroughly cleaned this top to bottom. Even I have photos of her. You couldn't tell there were even words here, and she brought out all the words that have been engraved on the whole thing. So she worked hours on this. But while she was working over here, this tree came out probably this far. And she saw something under there. So she asked her brother to come up. That would be Kenny Bronx Skilling. And he came up and trimmed all these branches and uncovered these two stones, which we were kind of surprised. They go with this, but they were totally hidden. So they exposed them, cleaned up around it, and cleaned the stones. So thanks to Kim and Bronx.
I heard from Galen about James Whitten in the Civil War, and I'm a history buff, and I've studied Andersonville Prison. And he was at Andersonville Prison almost at the end of the war, and he was 17 and 18 by the time he was only in the war a few months, and was captured, and at Andersonville, which was the most horrible place on the face of the earth. And the prison warden, after the war was done, was hung, and that's the first time that's ever happened.
Wow.
It was because it was so terrible. But he died there and was not sent home. So he's buried at Andersonville.
So Karen and Galen have been working on this stone for a little while. As you can see, it's really tall. and it has quite a bit of lichen and other staining and stuff. So this has been quite a project. So, you know, you can tell, you can actually see the line where they've worked. So they're exposing all of the lettering. It takes a lot of effort, and I don't know how long it's been, or if ever it's been cleaned.
Probably never.
We haven't kept data about any cleaning that's been done. We're starting that now.